So, something pretty huge just went down at SpaceX's private rocket city down in Texas. We're talking about the Pentagon's top leadership standing right alongside Elon Musk to announce a plan that could, and I mean really could, fundamentally reshape American defense. So let's break down what this new alliance is all about.
The day kicked off with this typically grand vision from Elon Musk. But he wasn't just talking about exploring the galaxy. He was setting this incredibly ambitious, almost sci-fi backdrop for a major announcement about national security. The goal here? To turn science fiction into science fact.
And what a scene it was. I mean, just picture this. You've got the senior leadership of the Pentagon, not in some stuffy DC briefing room, but standing in the middle of these giant rockets at Starbase, Texas. And this place isn't just a factory, it's a legally incorporated city that SpaceX built. Talk about a powerful symbol of private innovation meeting public power.
Yeah, this was way more than just a photo op. This was the formal start of a new, and you have to think, a very powerful alliance. The Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, and Elon Musk standing side by side. It was signaling a really deep partnership between the War Department and the absolute cutting edge of American tech.
But before any of the big announcements, Musk gave the Pentagon leadership a full tour. Now, this wasn't just about showing off some shiny rockets. No. This was a demonstration of something Musk believes is, quote, critical to the strength of America, the ability to build things at a massive scale. He was essentially showing them the raw industrial power that he's now offering to the military.
Okay, and then came the first real bombshell announcement. The Pentagon is officially bringing a powerful new intelligence, a new mind, you could say, right into its arsenal.
What is absolutely striking here is the sheer speed of this. Just last month, the Pentagon partnered up with Google to roll out its Gemini AI. And now, they're already adding xAI's conversational AI, Grok, into the mix. The mission is crystal clear. Get the world's best AI models onto every single military network, classified and unclassified, and do it like yesterday.
But look, just plugging in some cool new tech, that's not the end goal here. This super fast adoption is really just one piece of a much, much bigger strategy. Secretary Hegseth laid out this whole comprehensive AI acceleration strategy. It's a 6-point plan designed to make the U.S. an AI-first warfighting force. So this whole framework, it's built on 6 key pillars, and it covers everything you can think of, from specific projects and just bulldozing through red tape to attracting the right talent and, crucially, unlocking data. This is really meant to be a top-to-bottom overhaul of how the military even thinks about artificial intelligence. Okay, let's look at the first 3 pillars. They are all about speed and just getting things done. First, they're launching 7 high-priority projects with a brand new standard, and that standard is, what have you accomplished this week? Next, they're taking what they call a wartime approach to bureaucracy, which basically means if you're a person or a policy that's slowing things down, you're out. And finally, a massive investment in the raw horsepower needed for AI. More compute power, more data centers.
All right, the next 3 pillars focused on people, principles, and power. The plan calls for using every tool in the toolbox to hire the best tech talent out there. It also completely redefines responsible AI to be laser-focused on the mission, and this last one is huge. It aims to unlock what they call stranded data. We're talking 2 decades of operational intelligence that's just been sitting there locked away in different systems, all to fuel these powerful new AI models.
Now, of all these pillars, the administration is putting a special, and I mean special emphasis on that second one. The secretary didn't just talk about streamlining things, no. He talked about blowing up the barriers, the red tape that has held back innovation for decades.
I mean, they are literally creating a barrier removal SWAT team. Think about that. This team has the authority to just waive requirements and escalate any issue that slows down AI deployment. The whole mindset has shifted. Bureaucratic delays, they're not just an inconvenience anymore. They are now considered an operational risk to national security.
And that brings us to that new definition of responsible AI. So take a look at it and notice what's missing. There's no mention of things like equity or social justice. The new definition is razor sharp, focused on just 3 things. Is it truthful? Is it secure? And is it legal? That's it.
And the secretary made the administration's position on this crystal clear with this line. He said that the department is building, quote, war-ready weapons and systems, not chatbots for an Ivy League faculty lounge. The standard is just incredibly simple. Does the AI perform its mission without any ideological strings attached?
But believe it or not, the announcements didn't even stop with AI. The vision that was laid out at Starbase was actually about a fundamental overhaul of the entire American defense industry. They're trying to end an era that really began decades ago.
To really get what's changing, you first have to understand this term, the Last Supper. It refers to this dinner back in the 90s where the defense secretary basically encouraged the whole industry to merge and consolidate, and that created this closed ecosystem, this kind of exclusive club of just a few giant contractors, which a lot of critics say led to soaring costs and super slow innovation.
Well, the administration is basically declaring that old era over. The goal is to move from that closed system to one that's wide open to new tech partners like SpaceX. And that means shifting the priority away from things like stock buybacks and shareholder dividends and putting it squarely on what they see as the real bottom line, investing in factories, in equipment, and in national security.
So when you step back, what do we take away from this wild day at Starbase? Well, you've got a powerful new alliance between the Pentagon and Silicon Valley. You have a 6-point plan to create an AI-first military, and you have a direct challenge to the entire defense industry to completely change its ways. The big question now is, will this incredibly ambitious vision actually become the future of American defense?